Welcome to Living Healthy Chicago. I'm Jane Klaus. We want to kick off today's show exploring the important topic of mental health. We talk a lot about what it means for adults, but today we're focusing on teenagers. So joining me is an expert with some advice on how teenagers can make sure they're staying mentally well. And he's also got some tips for parents too. Joining us today is Dr. John Duffy, clinical psychologist and certified life coach. Now, Dr. John, I think what's important for teens and parents to remember when it comes to mental health in teens, that it's okay to recognize if the teen is struggling.
Absolutely, Jane. A lot of teens are struggling now. It is a different world than it was when most of us were teenagers. So they've got a lot on their minds that can be very overwhelming. So if you are inclined to seek help because you are anxious or depressed, teens, let your parents know. Parents, check in with your kids regularly, even if they seem fine, to see how they're doing emotionally.
And there's really no shame in reaching out if you feel like you need help.
I think the stigma around asking for help in the area of mental wellness is diminishing for kids. There are school psychologists and social workers and your parents. I encourage you not to just go with your friends and talk to them. There are people with training who can help you through any emotional difficulties that you're suffering.
So as a teenager, if you know that you want to make a change in your life, you have other steps that teens can take, and it all starts with cutting back on screen time.
A screen is incredibly enticing, but there is really good research, Jane, that suggests anything more than a couple hours on screens over the course of a day can cause depression and anxiety and attention issues and even suicidal thinking. I encourage teenagers to be creative in ways other than just the screen. Too much screen time is simply, obviously, and clearly unhealthy.
We know movement is so crucial for good mental health. And so let's talk about exercise, because I love it.
If you do something to engage your mind and body and spirit, you'll recognize the agency you have over your entire being, and that shows you how powerful you are. That shows you how much strength you have in other areas of your life. Just that sweat equity is really, really good for you, not just physically, but emotionally as well.
We all have tough days, but as we get older, we know that tomorrow is a new day, or this challenge shall pass. But it can be tough for teenagers to keep it all into perspective. So what advice do you have for teens to know that everything's going to be okay?
The test that you failed, the breakup that you suffered today, as awful as it feels, recognize that in the future, this is going to feel better. So I strongly urge you to think about the long game, and that will make you resilient to the crisis that you feel like you're in right now, here today.
How can parents help their teenagers with their mental well-being?
We have to learn from our kids. What are your struggles? And to make ourselves fully available to them. Part of this is on mom and dad to set a tone in the household that suggests it is perfectly okay to come and talk to us about what you're suffering or what you're struggling with. And we will not see that as a weakness, but as a call to action. They need you to be present and available to hear them out. They're really good problem solvers if they have somebody to work it through with.
As a wrap up, what else do we want teens to know about taking care of their mental well-being?
If you are feeling down, if you are feeling nervous or anxious on a regular basis, consider talking to a professional who can help you in a really expedient, planned out way, getting through those issues so you can get back to living your life.
Dr. John, thank you so much for all of your great insight. If you or a loved one is struggling, there is help out there. Reach out to the Mental Health Awareness Hotline. So if you like this video and want more living healthy, just subscribe to our channel.